What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Guitar Gear Trader. I am Steve, coming at you as always from Nashville, Tennessee. Today I decided to do something a little bit different on the channel, something I don't normally do, but I thought this was a good opportunity to try out something different and to give you guys maybe a product that you could use in different ways, and I tell you about the way I'm using it. So today I have a very rare unboxing. So behind me, I got a little product that I bought on sale. I'll tell you all about it, but first, do me a favor. Click the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video out with your friends, share the channel out with your friends, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook at Guitar Gear Trader, send me some messages, interact with me. So let's get into it. So I was on Musician's Friend the other day, and I always go on Musician's Friend every morning at 7:11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and they put out something called the Stupid Deal of the Day. And I probably buy, out of the 365 stupid deals of the days, I probably get myself a good 20 of them a year or so, 15 to 20 of them. Every time they put D'Addario strings on sale for Stupid Deal of the Day, I pick them up. There was a time before I built this room that I had every one of these guitars on a floor stand. So I bought those really nice Hercules ones, the ones without it doesn't cradle the guitar from the bottom, it only hangs from the neck kind of stands. And every time those were on sale, like two, it was basically buy one, get one free. They would give you two for the price of one. Every time that came up, I would buy one. Every once in a while, there would be some type of accessory. I never really bought a guitar. I did buy an amp. I bought the Mesa Boogie that I plug directly into my soundboard that has the built-in cab simulators. That I bought on Stupid Deal of the Day. That was half price. And it's a great little amp. It's not really for what I use in my band. My band's a little bit more classic rock. That's a little bit more, metal-y kind of rock, which is great. But it's great for what I use for the YouTube channel. This was something that I didn't think I'd ever buy or ever need, but I found a use for it. So let me open it up and show you what I got. This, my friends, is the Enki AMG-2 EXV flight case for your guitars. You might be saying to yourself, Steve, you're a fool. You're an idiot. You play local bars around Middle Tennessee. You are never going to get on a plane and need to travel with your guitars in something this obnoxious and big. Now, I am an idiot. However, I found a practical use for this, and I want to show you why. So before we break into this thing and kind of take a look at it, because this is the first time I'm looking at it too, let me tell you why I would need something like this. Okay, so if we go to the corner of the room, we see this mess over here. Okay, so next to my amp wall, and next to the guitars over here, that's where the workstation is over there. Okay, next to the amp wall, I have 7 different cases here on the ground. The reason I have 7 cases on the ground is because I have various shapes of guitars. I have Flying V's, I have Les Pauls, I have arch tops, I have Firebirds, Telecasters, reverse Firebirds, SGs, and I like to play all my guitars. I like to bring them out. I like to take them to shows anytime I can. So that means I have to have cases ready for them to go. I keep my cases in my garage up there. It's really a pain in the butt to get that ladder down, to get the case I need, to find the case I need for a particular guitar so that I can go out to a show. So what I found was that the Enki case is going to be able to carry any guitar in this room, despite the shape and size of it as far as an electric goes. And that way, all of these can be put back in the garage and I don't have to worry about it. Secondly, this comes with me to every show to hold my guitars, the bass's guitars, bass players' guitars. And now I might not have to bring that either. Let's go back to the desk. Okay, so you see my predicament. I have a corner full of cases that I need to have out just in case I want to bring a Tele or a Les Paul shape or a Firebird shape. Firebird shapes are really different than everything else. I don't want to use soft cases. If I'm bringing them out, I have to lug all this stuff in my truck. I don't want things knocking around. These guitars are really expensive. I want hard shell cases for them. So that's out of the question. So I have to have hard molded cases for all these guitars. This is going to take the place of any guitar case that I have. It's good to have them if I need to sell them or whatever, or ship them like that. But for me to take around to a gig, I don't have to worry about taking a Firebird. You know how many times I wanted to take my Firebird out and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like going up to get the case. I'll just use one of my Les Pauls for for E flat tuning. Right? First world problems, I know, but still, it's a thing. So Enki makes a whole bunch of these cases in different sizes. This one is slightly bigger than the normal one, and it normally goes for like $600. This is not a cheap case, right? It's heavy duty. It's got really good wheels on it, and it's very heavy duty. But why it's expensive, more expensive, is because it's wider than normal, right? The cheaper case for I think it goes for $480 normally, the cheaper case. That case is a bit smaller because it only fits like 16-inch guitars, I think, or 15-inch guitars, Les Pauls, Teles, Strats, SGs, those kind of guitars. This case can fit all those guitars I mentioned, but it can also fit the odd shape stuff. It can fit the Flying V's, it can fit the Firebirds, it can fit the ES 335s. It can fit acoustics in it if you wanted to. You can put 2 acoustics in it, or you can put 3 oversized kind of guitar body guitars in it. And you can have all the other smaller ones too. So that to me was a plus. It can hold any of the guitars that I own. So let's check it out. So again, it's made of this really, really nice plastic. They say it's the same type of plastic that is made out of, or they make kayaks with. This is not a paid sponsorship. I bought this off of Musician's Friend. So it was on sale for, I want to say it was on sale for $425, and I had $200 worth of points for buying other things at Musician's Friend. So I got this for $225. So not very, very good price, right? It's normally almost $600. I got it for $200. I think that's a really good price. That's the price of a hard case, really. If you were to buy like a Lipton style case, or a Brown Gibson case, or one of those hard shell TKL cases, you're going to spend $150. But I got this for $200. So it has a nice handle here that you can carry it with. Okay, it has a hinged front. These are the hinges for the front here. It's got a handle right here, so that you can kind of use it like as a hand truck, right? And on the bottom, see if I can lift it up for you real quick. Right there. It's got like skateboard wheels on it. And they're pretty heavy duty skateboard wheels. So if we unlatch that, okay, there's one latch, and this folds down. See if I have enough room here to fold it down. Okay. It comes with a big block. I don't think that's supposed to be curved, but that's all right. It has this big foam block that's removable, and I guess the guitar necks kind of fit in there. And the same thing over here. You got another big block over here that the guitar necks can go into. You have another piece of foam up here that you can use to protect the headstocks. And one thing that I really like that I didn't know until after I bought it, it comes with this carrying case, which is pretty cool because I have tons of little things that I have to take to gigs with me. And this is a nice deep carrying case. It's got to be probably 3 to 4 inches deep. And I can put things like my wireless unit in here, the charger for that wireless unit. I can even put a guitar strap if I wanted to in there. I usually keep those. I have like a Pelican case, one of those like big Pelican boxes that I keep all my cables and extension cords and stuff like that in. But like my fingeries, the stuff that I spray on my strings, I can keep all that stuff in here, and it fits really nice and snug in the front here. Now this front piece is supposed to be able to be removed. So let's see how easy it is to remove it. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, I'm sitting down awkwardly, right? That wasn't too bad. And then you can just kind of put this with your other stuff. A lot of times I'll put my guitar cases in the car. If it's a small gig, or if they have a table off to the side, I'll stack them up. I can either put this with that, or I can just throw it back in my truck like I normally would. And now, the reason I said I'm not going to take that guitar stand with me anymore, I never really bring more than 2 guitars. We had a set a while back where we brought 3 guitars, or I did at least, because some of the songs were in open E. So I kept an acoustic, like I kept one of those teleacoustics, Telesonics. One of you know what I'm talking. The Fender, that's like an acoustic, but it's also an electric. I would bring that with me as well. I'm not sure if that would be able to fit in here. I thought you could bring 3, but there's only 2 slots for headstocks. So maybe you can't put 3 in here. Okay, but I'll double check on that. Okay, so you got that goes in there. In between, see if I can show you down here. Move my mic. Down here where the guitar bodies go, you have big, thick. Whew, that was tough. You got these big, really dense pieces of foam. And I think what I'm gonna use these for, okay, I think I'm gonna cut these down. I'm gonna see what it looks like when I have the smaller body guitars in here. Because the big body guitars, they're gonna take up all the space. And I feel like if I put the smaller body guitars in here, I'm gonna have some room, and I don't want them jostling around. So I might cut these just so I have inserts to put in for the small bodies. So let's get some guitars and put them in here and see what it looks like. So I have, here's my Les Paul that I got last week from the, and this has a Bigsby on it, so that'll be even more interesting. That I got from the Amigo Guitar Show. Check that video out. A lot of good stuff on that. Okay, I'm gonna fold the Bigsby down. And we're gonna put that in there. Oh, that was my pick. Okay, it's a shorter guitar, so I'm gonna move this down. Put that about there. Oop, don't fall. I'll put that in there like that. And that's not going anywhere. So now if I push the body all the way to the back of it, and I push the neck in, there's a little bit of gap right here. See if I can show you. There's a little gap between the front of the case and the guitar itself. That's where I might cut like a sliver of this, just so I can slot it in there to keep the body from jostling around. Because I'm assuming this will get looser as time goes on, as I keep taking guitars in and out of it. Okay, so I might just cut one of these down, because they give me 2 of them. It was really nice. Okay, really thick and dense. Okay, so that's the Les Paul with the Bigsby. Let me grab a regular, I have a Tele here. It's pretty much a Les Paul. Okay, throw the Tele in there, just like that. Yeah, see, so there's a little bit of give at the bottom. There's a little bit of give there. But I'm pretty sure if I measure this, it's about a fist. It's about a fist. If I take that, let's do it right now. Okay. I take that, stick it right in there like that. That puppy ain't going anywhere. Especially with the case on the front of it. Now I guess this part that goes into the front piece I guess you would put that lower, right? I mean, you could probably put that lower and it'll grab the other part of the neck like that. So when you're traveling with it, if you throw it in the car, because you got to imagine the other piece, you know, the front piece going over it like that, holding this block in place. That guitar is not going anywhere. That guitar is not in any shape or form in any type of danger. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You just have to measure, see how low. Or you can just put it on there and then put the front piece on it. Put that on there like that, then throw the front piece on, you're good to go. You're golden, right? Okay. So let's check out some other body shapes. What about a Firebird? Okay, here's a Firebird. I love Firebirds. Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it the other way. Nice. There we go. And I don't need, there's no need to put anything there because the bottom of that guitar. Oh, actually you could. You could push the bottom back and then stick this in here. And that's not going anywhere. That's pretty good. Let's see if another guitar will fit next to it. Let's take an SG. Put this next to it. There you go. Look at that. And again, I would cut a piece. I would cut another one of these. I'm not going to do it now, but there you go. That's perfect. Okay, let's try a V. That's the big one, right? A V is the big test. But here's a V. Okay, here's my 79 V. This is the big test, because you know how many times I want to bring this one out, but I don't want to get the case? Oh, look at that. Oh, sweet. I got a Firebird, and I got a V in there. No issues. And the reason I said I'm not bringing that guitar stand with me anymore is because this is going to replace, this can be put on stage, and now this is your guitar boat, right? This is the stand now. So if I take this out, when I get to the gig and I take this out, I can just switch guitars real easy, just like this. People complained on other videos that it was hard to get the guitars out sometimes because it would hit this lip down here. But this lip has rubber padding inside of it. It's not a foam, but it's a rubber. But that's no big deal. People should not be complaining about that. Just be a little careful, you know, don't drink too much while you're playing. Okay, I might bring the V out tonight just because I got this case. And again, this is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money and my own rewards. I spent my own rewards on it. Okay, and then you put this up here maybe, like this. And you put your hinges back on. See how easy it is to put the hinges back on? Can you guys see? Okay. There we go. There you go. You got your two guitars. Okay. I mean, it's heavy. There's two guitars in it. But how you expect that? Let me get a Firebird case, because those Firebird cases are giant. This would be the same thickness and width of two Firebird cases. It's almost the same height as the Firebird case. It's not going to take up any more or less room, I don't think, in my truck than this. When I put it in the truck today, because I got a gig tonight, when I put it in the truck, I'll take a picture of it. I'll put it at the end or right in here. So yeah, so that's the case, everybody. I'm real excited about it, and I love things that roll. Things that roll are always fun. And if I'm shaking this, I don't feel or hear anything moving around in there. I think those are really, really secure. And now I don't have to have the big mess in the corner. I can just have this in the corner now. Instead of 6 different cases, I can just have this one Enki case. it's going to save me bringing the guitar stand to the thing. So the only thing I think it needs a Guitar Gear Trader sticker. And you can get a Guitar Gear Trader sticker as well if you visit my shop. They're little stickers, they're not big. Okay, I'm gonna put one right there. And I think we also need a vintage voltage sticker, but I don't have any of those on hand right now. I will put one on those right here. I'll put a nice vintage voltage sticker right over there. That's the name of my band. And yeah, so there you go, everybody. Enki, what's the name of it? AMG-2 EXV. The EX one is the bigger one. Okay, that's the bigger one. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you maybe want one of these. Like I said, I don't get anything if you do. Okay, but if you need one of these, or if it's going to solve one of your problems like it's solving one of my problems, go out and look for a good deal on one. You might find it at Musician's Friend on a stupid deal of the day one of these days. You never know. If not, you're going to spend like $600. Okay, if you have points like I did, and you find it on sale and you can get it for $200, I think it's a no-brainer to get this. If you are a traveling musician, you fly and you go from one place to another. If you just drive around in a van hundreds of miles, going from town to town, state to state, this is also an amazing thing because it's a rectangle. It stacks up. You can lay it down. You can stack things on top of it. It's not a weird shape to where things are going to slide off of it. I think it's really good, really protective, and very useful. So I appreciate you. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok and Facebook and anywhere else I am. Hit subscribe. Hit the like button. Tell your friends. Leave a comment. And I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody. See you later.